Looks like spring is on its way. Afternoon everybody, welcome back. You join me in the garden, trying to get ready for the summer. Let me show you what I've been up to this week so far. So down here on the right hand side, we've been having a little bit of a clear. Now this was in a bit of a state like the other side that I'll show you in a minute, but we've had a good little dig over. We've got some hollyhocks that I've left in. Not sure if they're really going to do anything. A couple of them I had to take out, they was a little bit soft, so I think that frost we had just before Christmas had killed them off. We've had a little trim up of the ivy bush, try to make some sort of a little shape out of it. So gives it a little bit of character. So that bit's done. I've still got to do this bay tree again, but I think that's going to be a job for warmer days. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be tackling this. Now I haven't touched this bed since last year, as you can probably see. So I'm going to clear all this, get it ready for the flowers. If you can see the canes that I've left dotted around, I put them in last year as a marker to where I put the bulbs. Now I think, if I remember rightly, I've got lilies, giant lilies under there somewhere. So I'll just have to be careful when I'm digging. I left all the leaves on the ground last year. One, because it was cold and I was a bit lazy to pick them all up. But two, it does act as a mulch and a very good weed suppressant. So I'm going to go and get my fork and a bucket and make a little start. Now we've still got a lot of the plants that was in there last year, but these chrysanthemums, initially I put a line all the way down the back just to cover the fence in the autumn, but these things do like to spread, and where they've been spreading forward they've left bare patches at the back. Now I have put bulbs in the back for summer. I can't remember which ones, so it'll be a nice surprise when they come up. And we're just going to cut all this dead stuff back to the ground, pull out all this dead plants down there, and just give it a general weed through. So that's the first little bit done. We also come across in there a couple of foxgloves that look a bit worse for wear. I'll take them in the greenhouse and give them a little trim up, give them a little feed, and we'll put them back in the garden somewhere. And also what looks like the making of a lupin. So we'll give that a little bit of TLC in the greenhouse as well. A few other little plants that we've left in that are dotted around. I've only given it a little light fork over because I'm not too sure where the bulbs are up this end, if any, and if they are there, have they survived? Now I think this area is going to take a little bit more time. to deal with. Oh, get these off. Now these are a godsend, these little plant supports. I've got quite a few of these, and especially with tall plants, instead of just tying them to a cane, you can put this down the cane and just hide them within the foliage. Brilliant idea. Well, there you go. It's all had a good tickle over. All the old dead has gone. And it's quite amazing that all the leaves that was on there as a mulch has really helped. I haven't really had to dig. Probably just give it a little tickle over, probably about an inch into the top of the soil. Don't want to go too far because of the bulbs and the dahlias, tubers that I've still got in there. So yeah, not too bad at all. I must say, these chrysanthemums, doesn't matter how hard I cut them back every year, they seem to just reshoot. I've had these in here for probably the best part of 10 years, I would have thought. And every year they all come back. So I've got to go and get some caps. I've got to get some caps on the top of these canes for safety reasons, just so I don't poke my eye out. But there's only one other little job that I need to sort of get done, which I'm not actually going to get done today, and that is to give the pear tree a bit of a haircut. But that'll wait for another day. So join us in the greenhouse where we'll sign off there. Oh, that's better. Nice cup of coffee instead of tea. I'm normally a tea drinker, but I do like a nice cup of tea, coffee now and again. So I hope the light's all right. I hope you can see. I've got the little camping light up there because we've run out of daylight again. The joys of having a full-time job and having a couple of hours in late afternoon and evening to do the garden. And yes, I know it's Sunday. Some of us do work on Sundays as well. So I'm going to give these a little trim up. Just take all the brown bits off and all the bits that have been nibbled over the months. That's not too bad, that's pretty good. We'll leave that like that. This one's a bit more of a challenge to try and rake all the old dead stuff. We're not going to trim the roots. We're going to leave them to their own devices. Now, these are in their dormant stage, so you can be a little bit brutal with them. I'm going to shake off, once I get these bits out, we're going to shake off most of the dirt, I think. I think that'll do for now. Now that's quite matted in there, to be honest, so we've got quite a good root system on the bottom of there, so I'm going to leave that as is. Stick that over there. And all I'm going to do with these, just going to pop them in some compost. Oh look, there's a couple I missed. Push them roots in. Like so. And they'll sit there quite happily. Now this is brand new compost, so it's got around 6 weeks feed in it. So it should give them a little bit of help to reroot. Now the other things I'm going to be putting in is a couple of dahlia tubers that I found in the garden. And I'm going to be doing the same again. Just cover them up. I might actually cut that down a little bit lower. Let's cut it down to that nodule. That's it. Oh, that's it. And I might cut that one down as well. I'll pick that up later. So that's it. All we did was we got a mushroom tray, bit of newspaper, new compost. Now they can't stay in here for too long, but it will be long enough until we manage to get them back into the garden. Put that one down there. I've lost the, oh, there's the pot. Right. Now this little chap, which I think is a lupin, it has the characteristics of a lupin. We're just going to put in a pot. Now there's a quite strong root system on that. There is little roots, and we've also got these little fibrous ones coming off the side, which are the new ones. So we're going to put that in there. Like so. I'm going to put them with the tray so I know what's what. I'll sort some labels out, and when it's light in the morning, I'll come down and pop the labels in. So I think that'll do it for today. I'm going to have a little tidy up in here, finish my cup of coffee, and go in and have a little look at the video and see what's recorded and what hasn't. I'm having a little trouble with this camera at the moment. It seems to be doing what it wants to do when it wants to do it. So we'll have a look. You may get this video, you may not. Till next time, take care.